It was a warm spring night in 1949 when a young couple headed out for an evening of roller skating, movies, and maybe a few quiet moments under the stars. But somewhere in the dark woods on a secluded lover's lane, their night turned into a nightmare. What happened that night along the banks of the Cannon River still haunts Faribault, Minnesota. A promising young man lost his life. A young woman's innocence was stolen, and the killer, who emerged from the shadows with no warning, vanished into the night. This is the story of Fred Morsching. Hello friends, my name is Marcia, and this is Midwest Murders. In 1949, Faribault was a quiet farming community just south of the Twin Cities, known for its industry, including the Faribault Canning Company, where Fred Morsching worked as a tractor operator. He was just 19, living with his family on a farm about 3.5 miles southwest of town. Fred was the kind of young man you'd expect to see in a Norman Rockwell painting. Hard-working, polite, dependable. His 17-year-old date that night was a senior at Faribault High School, looking forward to graduation and what the future might hold. After the movie, the couple drove down a known lover's lane near an abandoned quarry by Croemer's Creek, not far from the Cannon River. Fred hit a rough patch of road and pulled into the quarry to turn around. That's when the car stalled. Then, from the woods, a man appeared. He tried to open the car door. Fred resisted. The man pulled a .22 caliber pistol and shot Fred multiple times, once in the head, once in the chest, and once in the thigh. Fred collapsed in the car. The man then raped the young woman before fleeing on foot into the woods. Shaken and terrified, the 17-year-old girl managed to run back to town and made her way to a local hamburger stand where the employees called police just before 1 a.m. Sheriff John Simon was first on the scene. He followed faint footprints into the woods but lost the trail. A half-empty whiskey bottle the attacker had offered the girl was recovered and tested for fingerprints. Several .22 caliber shell casings were also found. The attacker's detailed description comes solely from the traumatized survivor. She described him as a stranger, about 25 years old, 5'7", slim, with a scruffy 3-day beard. He wore a dark cloth jacket over a pair of bib overalls. He was wearing a light-colored cap and had 2 moles on his face. Bloodhounds were brought in from La Crosse, Wisconsin, and reports vary. Some say they lost the scent on a busy Faribault road. Others say they followed it all the way to the American billiard parlor in town. In an effort to eliminate any suspicion, the young woman voluntarily underwent both a lie detector test and a truth serum test, both of which she passed. Several men were questioned and placed in lineups, but the young victim could never identify anyone. Fred's murder stunned the community. His funeral was held at St. Luke's Evangelical and Reformed Church, where neighbors and friends packed the pews. Rumors swirled. People locked their doors at night. Some whispered that a stranger had come to town and left just as quickly. Others feared someone local might be hiding in plain sight. The suspect was never caught. Despite a strong physical description and tireless work from investigators, no arrest was ever made. The .22 caliber murder weapon was never recovered. Was the killer a drifter passing through town? Someone who knew the quarry's reputation for seclusion? Or was it someone the community unknowingly encountered every day? Over 75 years have passed since Fred was murdered. His killer may have died with his secret, but somewhere, perhaps in a dusty file or in the memory of someone still living, there may still be a clue. Fred's story reminds us that not all ghosts wear white sheets. Some walk among us in the daylight, and sometimes the scariest stories are the ones left unfinished. If you have any thoughts or theories concerning this case, please leave them in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious, stay vigilant, and may the truth reveal itself in the shadows.